This is Bassline Fresh, premium auto detailing. On today's video, we have a full interior steam and seat extraction of this Mazda 3. I have quite the insane transformation for you guys. As you can see here from these before video clips, tons of dust and dirt and debris built up over the years. I even found items under the seats. Here we have the front driver's side and passenger side carpets filled with dust and dirt. Moving on to the doors, just your usual wear and tear, a light layer of dust and some, spilled drinks and stuff. Seemingly average. Today is not really a disaster detail, but it's still gonna be a lot of work. So sit back and relax and watch me transform this car. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below on ways I can improve my future videos. Here in the trunk, you can see it's been getting a lot of use. Lots of dust and dirt built up in these carpets. Here we have some before photos, and then the differences in the before and afters. So let's jump right into this. Starting off with the driver's side, I'm trying something new here and vacuuming off these carpeted mats before I pull them out and give them a deeper clean on the outside of the vehicle. And once that's done, I can remove it and get to the regular carpet underneath. So after a quick vacuum, we move on to this regular carpet, and you can see there's quite a bit of buildup underneath this carpeted mat. Here in this clip that I posted on my Instagram reel, you can see the buildup under here stuck in all of the corners and the sides, right along the edge of the carpet. I post great content like that on Instagram, so remember to give me a follow and check that out. Moving on now, I have my green interior toothbrush to help me get into these corners and crevices. If you have a drill brush, that also works, but I find this small toothbrush is a lot more precise and lets you get into specific areas. As we continue with our vacuum, remember to get along the seat railings, along underneath the seats, and in between the center console where people might drop things often, like food or maybe some items. A little bit of backstory behind this car. I was called in to do a quick interior steam and seat shampoo on this Mazda 3. I believe this is either a 2014 or a 2015. And as you guys can see, there's a lot of buildup in here. I'm pretty sure the customer said this was the first time this car was being detailed, and he wanted it to look nice because he was going on a road trip and he was going to have some friends in the car sitting for a long time, so he didn't want them in a dirty environment. So I made this Mazda 3 look brand new again. Please remember to stay until the end of the video and you can see the before and after clips. It's a great difference. Moving on to the rear seats now. These carpets in the back aren't as dirty as the ones in the front, but there's still some buildup around the edges of these carpets. I'm not sure what he was doing, but there was plenty of small pebbles and dust and mud. The carpet in this Mazda 3 was not super bad to work on. Most of it was honestly covered up by the mats, which saved me a lot of time, and it also helps to stop exposure to the elements. So underneath, the carpet was basically brand new. In the most used areas and where you rest your feet, there was some matted and deep down dirt, but for the most part it was pretty easy. I would call this quality mid to high grade, just a little bit under high grade. A quick vacuum in the trunk here. You can see that I go in with an initial vacuum, and then any trouble spots I have my medium bristle white brush or my trusty green toothbrush to help me out. Remember to get into all the cracks, and in most cars there's usually another section underneath the floorboard. Usually there's a spare tire or some kind of tire changing equipment under there. It's always good to lift that up and get around the edges. Vacuum up any dust that might have gotten underneath there. Sometimes there's even spider webs or items that people have forgotten, so it's always good to check in there. Once we lift up this cover, you can see I just place it off to the side and then vacuum in and around that tire. If you like what you see, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Moving on to vacuuming the seats now. I always give my extension on the vacuum a quick wipe down with some APC along the tip and the end. You never know what kind of substances you might be dragging your vacuum into, so it's always good to give that a wipe multiple times throughout your detailing. Here on the seats, I'm getting into all these creases and cracks with my toothbrush. Remember to use your fingers to split open and get deep into there. There's always crumbs and things like that get deep down, and for the most part the quality of these seats is really good and they don't really hold on to much dirt, so vacuuming is a pretty quick task. It's important to get rid of all of the larger debris right now so that when we go in with our extraction later, it's only pulling up the smaller stuff and nothing's getting stuck. As you can see, I use a different colored toothbrush depending on if I'm working on the carpets or the seats or other places in the car. Having specific brushes for different tasks really helps keep things clean and organized, and helps you stay efficient while you're doing your job. Moving on now, I start steaming the interior. Here you can see I approach the doors with a microfiber and my steamer, and if I need to get into specific spots, I have a smaller brush. For the most part, these doors weren't too bad. On the driver's side, there was a little bit of spillage from probably Coke or juice or something, but with our steamer, it's extremely easy to get rid of that stuff, and it wipes off with no issue. I'm currently using a Bissell Steam Shot, and filled inside I have a mix of water and ONR. It has a lot of cleaning power, and it's safe for use on almost every surface, including touchscreens. As you can see here, something new that I've been doing is putting my microfiber over the cup holders and then blasting it with steam. This stops any particles from being spit back into my face or back around into the interior. It stops a lot of crumbs and stuff from flying out because of all the hot air and steam. So it all just gets caught in my microfiber basically. It's a really quick, efficient way of getting that clean, and you don't have to worry about any mess. Moving along to our shift knob and the handbrake. These surfaces are super satisfying to clean. There's usually lots of residue from people's hands constantly touching them, so you can see layers of stuff coming off when you steam it and wipe it down. And the shine that it leaves behind looks brand new. Going along these dashboard bits, we have the vent work, the touch screen, and all these dials and controls. Just give it a quick steam. Remember not to leave that steamer on one spot for too long, just in case you might damage anything. Keep it moving in smooth lines across, and then work your way through and give everything a nice thorough wipe. Going through even in this glove compartment, in the sides on the doors, any pockets that you find, give them a decent blast. Make sure there's no leftover dust or anything like that. Usually I will blast inside the vents as well, and then I'll turn the car on and let the air run for a little bit and blast the steam deep inside so I know it's circulating in the car. Moving on now to our steering wheel, just a quick steam down on all these buttons and all these control switches. Once again, this is a high traffic area. You're always handling it, you know, all year round. Your hands are going to be dirty with different oils, different substances, and it all sticks to your steering wheel. So using my microfiber, I go over everything and bring back that darkness to the material. As you can see here, I'm not directly shooting steam into the gauge cluster in the front. Near your speedometer and your gas gauges, you don't want to add condensation to that plastic. Now we move on to our seat shampoo and extraction. I give them a layer of soak down with woolite and warm water in a pump sprayer, and then I soak these seats thoroughly and go in with my extractor. Here I have a clear nozzle on my Stanley shop vac. My shop vac has 4 horsepower and it's extremely powerful. You can see it pulling all of that nasty, dark, dirty water from these seats. Since these seats are dark colored, it's not going to show the stains very much, but as you can see, the water is very dirty coming out of these seats. It's been building up for an unknown amount of years. So I will usually go in with some sort of drill brush or a hand brush. In this case, it was all off camera. This is just me spraying it back down and going over with the extractor until it's dry. Reapply your solution as many times as it takes, and once you're pulling clear water through, you'll know the surface is clean. And now we come to our final before and after video clips. As you can see, it really was an insane transformation. This Mazda 3 looks brand new. If you liked what you saw, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below your favorite part of this video. Doing this interior detail was about 3 hours. It wasn't horrible, definitely not like any of the other disaster details we've seen on this channel before. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think might like it.